I'm a Huron County, yeah, person that I've lived in Bayfield now for how long? Almost 10 years. Um, I am a retired nurse, and what else? I Oh yeah, and I'm going to be giving the vaccine starting. I'm going to be working with the health unit to start vaccinating people. What happened was in 2015, I donated a kidney. And when I came home from the hospital, my husband I'd always said I wanted to play the ukulele, and I never did. And so when I got home from the hospital, my husband had bought me a ukulele. And he's like, okay, you've got 6 weeks. You can't lift anything more than 5 pounds. Here's your opportunity. So I did. I picked it up. There's tons of stuff on YouTube. It's a really easy instrument to play, especially if you have any kind of musical background. And so after probably, 4 months of playing by myself, I wanted to play with other people. And I kind of thought there must be some people around that play that I thought I could learn from. And also, it would just kind of bring us together. So I decided to start a ukulele. And I didn't know that they actually, because now you see ukulele groups in every town, but I actually had no idea that they existed. But I made a poster and I said, come join the Bayfield Ukulele Society. And I had, my name and phone number on it. And so a few people contacted me, and then the library contacted me and said, we saw your poster. Do you need a space to meet? Which was perfect because I really didn't want to meet at my place. So we ended up meeting at the library. To start with, I think the first time I ever met with people, 2 people came, and then there were 3 people, and then there were 3 people for for several weeks, and then over time it started to grow. So that's kind of how it started. It started by saying there was a Bayfield Ukulele Society when there was only me,
Yeah.
but but it grew. Yeah.
So at the Kingsbridge Center, I am the program director. And so I look after setting up the season's programs and getting all the different musicians to come in, um, and theater works, whatever is happening, as well as I perform there myself. And then, yeah, I perform at different events around the county as well. So, plus I look after the Kingsbridge Community Choir. I'm the choir director. I really started doing this job when I retired being a music teacher at St. Mary's School in Goderich. So it allowed me to have sort of a venue for my um, things that I like to do, my talents, and also I know a lot of people in the county, so it allows me to give them a place to perform, to interact with musicians, and to allow these summer residents as well. They love it on a Friday evening to come up and see a nice local band. Good, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy being able to bring together lots of different types of performers, like, and something that maybe everyone might find something in the season's program that they enjoy. and we're getting closer to having, you know, a lot of our projects completed. We just completed a lift, so there's an elevator there now. And so that will be lovely for seniors or people that have challenges dealing with stairs or what have you. So it takes them from the parking lot right up to the main part of the church or to the hall downstairs. So that's really nice. Yeah.
And so, sadly, we have not met for about a year. I mean, I would have done it, but I tried to do it with some other groups, and it's not the same thing, right? Because you can only hear yourself. Only one person can be playing because there's a time lag. Like you can't. It doesn't work. Well, my life has slowed down a lot. So I've gone back to work to help with vaccinations and with contact tracing, but mostly I love to garden. I do yoga, meditation. I knit. I'm just learning how to crochet. I like to cook. Book club. So book club. And I love just getting outside and walking.
Right now, it's quite a challenge because during the pandemic we haven't been able to host anything. Well, I'm a very big gardener. I have tons of gardens, and I spend a lot of time outside once the weather is nice. I spend a lot of time with my grandchildren when I can, and that's been a bit of a challenge too right now. I knit and I read, and I'm a very busy person, so I don't have any problems filling my time. Else that I really enjoy is when I can have the high school kids come for the day of the bands and the instrumentalists. That's been really a great experience to have from Effie Medill and GDCI and St. Anne's come together. That's been great. I've really enjoyed that. So you know that it's been a large undertaking being part of that, but I mean, we're trying to enhance the arts, music, especially in Huron County, and so yeah, we're trying to work with everyone, and so that's kind of cool.
So they asked us if we would play at Vogue Fest. And so we did. Like we got, and we're mostly older people, but we have some younger people, but we're mostly retired people. And so we like dressed up in hippie clothes and had chairs, and it's interesting because then people kind of would come and listen to us. And again, like I said, not that we were really that good, but they could tell we were having a lot of fun. And so there were a lot of friendships that were formed in the group. So I think people miss making music for sure and singing, but I think they also really miss that social connection that we had with each other. Like it was one of those groups where it didn't matter whether you knew a stitch of music or not. I'll never forget, there was one woman who played the ukulele, who joined the group, and for some reason or another, I don't think she ever took the ukulele home and ever picked it up and played it, but she'd always come to practice. And then whenever we played at any event, she would always be front and center strumming away. She knew the words to every song, but she could not play a note on that ukulele. But yet it didn't matter, right? She still came to all of the events. She came to practices. Um, so I think that's kind of also what attracts people, is that it's not really about whether you have a stitch of, musical talent or not. It's just,
Yeah.
if you've got some enthusiasm, you're welcome.
That it's more isolated in a rural setting than being in an urban setting. So for this community, the keeping the building open for different events allows people to come together, to have a community spirit. um, they can be involved in plays together as a community. They can have weddings there, they can have memorials, family reunions now in the renovated hall. All of these things, it allows the people to stay together and to see each other, since there's just not a Tim Hortons around the corner.